So, natural harmonics. Where do we find them on the guitar? How do we play them on the guitar? And how can we incorporate them to give us some unique sounds in comparison to what we might be getting already? So if you're watching this, I'm assuming it's because you A, don't know about natural harmonics, or if you do, it's still a little bit of a mystery for you. So hopefully this will help unravel the mystery for you and help unlock it to put into your lick bag or your chordal playing style. So let's get on with it. So what I'm going to do is I'll take you through how I would normally take all of my students through natural harmonics. So where we find them is actually just resting above the fret wires on the guitar, so not above the fret itself. So normally, if say you was playing fret 12 on the G, you would fret right, on the double dot there, and that gets your note out, and there's nothing wrong with that, perfect sound. But it will not work for natural harmonics. What you need to do is, instead of fretting, you need to lightly rest the flat of your finger. Any finger you want, doesn't matter. For this, I'm just using my second finger. And we're going to move it up just to the fret wire now, as if you was going from fret 12 to 13. And this is the trick behind it all, really. A lot of people, I know, try and rest it above the frets, as if you was fretting it. It doesn't work. You just need to move it up just a touch, just so that your finger is now hovering over the fret wire, which would normally lead you into fret 13 from 12. So if you lightly rest the finger and then pick the string, this is the G, fret 12, going into fret 13, you should get this. Okay? That'll work across all of fret 12, all of fret 7, again, the fret wire leading from 7 to 8, and the same again from fret 5, fret wire leading from 5 to 6. So I'll play each of them just so you can see they're coming out. Same again over 7 and 5. Alright, okay, so what could we do with just them as the bare bones as to how can we use them? So what you can do is you can come up with melody ideas using these different notes, because they're all a specific note or octave of a note anyway. So if you're in the key of E minor, say for example, then you can bring out the high E, the B, the G, the D, the A, and the low E, because all of them notes belong to the key of E minor, so they'll work absolutely fine. So E is a really good one, or G major, again same difference, all the same notes belong to both keys, either G major or E minor. So you can use them there. So if I had a riff, let's say I've got I could add in again, just kind of noodling around with them there. You can use them, say, more sparingly, so you just use the odd one here and there. So if I was in, say, we'll go into the key of E minor again, say I'm doing a line, I might go. So I'll show you that a bit slower. What I'm doing is I'm playing the E on the second string on the A, so I'm on fret 7 on the A, fret 9 on the D, then I go all the way up to fret 11 on the G, giving us this, and then sliding with my third finger up to fret 12, and then I'll release the pressure on fret 12 and then catch the natural harmonic on fret 12. So it kind of gives me an infinite sustain on that note, which is a lot of fun to do. And I'll show you something that we can do if we involve the tremolo arm in as well in a second. And then you could also then include, if you want to, fret 7 and fret 5 to take the harmonic up like this. So there's endless amounts of fun you can have with them. I absolutely love natural harmonics. Artificial ones as well, but that isn't something that we'll cover in today's video, otherwise it'll be much longer. So yeah, so one thing that we could do, or one of many things we could do with the tremolo arm when it comes to harmonics on the natural side is, with this idea, we could take I will just mention you can also get them out a little higher as well. So that's in between fret 3 and 2 just all along that same fret there, and then you can also cheekily get one out on fret 4. But they're not as easy to get out as the ones that I've given you across 12, 7 and 5. So I'd say get comfortable with 12, 7 and 5 fret harmonics, and then try and evolve from there. So one of the other really cool things that we can do with natural harmonics is make melody ideas. So we could just randomize what we're doing, but I say randomize, that's more for experimenting, but once you come up with a cool idea that you like the sound of, then you can use it to your advantage. So you could take very straightforward, like we've done, 12, 7 and 5. We could try and alternate between different strings, so I could take notes on the G and then the B. And you'll notice what I did at the end then, I'm raising up a semitone or a singular fret note with the tremolo arm on the B. So I've got... So you can, very Jeff Beck inspired. I love what Jeff Beck did with the trem, as I'm sure anyone that's listened to Jeff Beck, they understand it's kind of a singular thing to his style. One of a million things he could do with the instrument, but he really allowed a lot of expression from the tremolo arm, and that was one of the, again, many things that he used to do with it. So yeah, another thing that we can do is something that I picked up off a tuitional video. Probably I was watching this before I could play, and it was by a gentleman named Mr. Phil Hilborne. If no one's ever heard of Phil, so I'd highly doubt if you're a guitarist watching this, but if you haven't heard of Phil, he was one of the main co-founders and educators on the Guitar Techniques magazine. So one of the things he did on this particular video when it comes to tremolo arm, harmonic techniques but with the tremolo arm, is you'll get fret 4 harmonic on the G, and then fret 5 on the B, and then fret 7 on the high E. Now you'll notice they all sound exactly the same, right? So you're probably thinking, why do that? But I'll show you now. So it does involve the tremolo arm, so if you don't have one, it's not that it isn't a cool sound, it is, it's just not going to be as effective. So what we do, we'll catch, take the trem, and you lower it, and all of them different frequencies of the notes clash because they're all on different gauge strings. It's a really, really cool sound. So yeah, so hopefully this has helped you out with regards to where to find them and giving you some inspiration on how you can use them in your own music. Or you might have been learning a cover song and it's got natural harmonics and you're like, how do I do that? Hopefully this has helped.